What is going on, everybody? It is Monday night, and we are doing our Game of Thrones Season 1, Episode number 3 review. And to be honest, I think we're having a good time rewatching Game of Thrones.
Actually, since House of the Dragon came up, Game of Thrones is charting again in the Nielsen ratings.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
I haven't followed it that close. That's awesome, though.
Yeah. Which is just a testament to how good House of the Dragon was, coming off of season 8, had everything going against it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll eventually get to season 8, and maybe once we go over season 8 and we kind of like revisit some things and maybe analyze it from, I guess, a fresher pair of eyes, maybe it won't be as bad, or it might be worse.
It'll still suck. It'll still suck.
It'll
probably be a lot worse.
It'll probably be worse. We're like, oh no, sweet mother, Jesus.
God in heaven.
Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. So obviously everybody knows who I am. And welcome to my co-host over here. This is the other direction. I have no fingers. I don't know where to point. That's the Joker voice. Lily 300 Mirrors. She is not here tonight. She's doing school stuff.
School stuff on the holiday, which, by the way, folks, if you're traveling, please be safe.
Yes. And also, I don't know who's going to be here on Friday, but I know that the two of us have committed to Friday night's Royal Rumble because we will be available. So we will be talking stuff. If people want to hop in and out, because they got family in town, that's super fine.
We'll be talking the real Game of Thrones inside the House of the Mouse.
Yeah, because apparently the mouse can't keep its shit straight. So yes, we will be discussing that on Friday. So obviously we are not taking a break because I'm not traveling 2,000 miles and paying like $700 for an airline ticket. You can fuck off.
I ain't going nowhere. Come on.
Yeah, man. I'm not like I would. You live closer to where I do to go see my family, and it's like even then I'm like I probably wouldn't even pay the gas to drive there.
No.
with the way things are.
I love you, Mom, but no.
Yeah, you're like, Mom, I'll call you.
Yeah.
So let's jump right into it. All right. We are right after the intro. This was a good episode. And
it actually really was. I watched again upon the rewatch, and I'm like, oh, this is actually a really, really nice episode here.
Yes, it is very, very in-depth. Now, what we're seeing here, this is obviously Lord Eddard Stark, or Ned. He is being summoned to the Small Council for his very first time at Hand of the King. And he is, of course, obviously greeted, as he should be. And of course, he tells, have the girls get settled in. He tells his second in command to make sure it happens, because he's like, he knows that they're in a dangerous place, and he states that very, very, halfway through the episode, he's like,
later on,
literally halfway through the episode. of course, girly boy here. This part was fun. He's like, would you like to change into something more appropriate? And he just stares at him, and I love it because he's
like, what?
Yeah, there's that look. He's like,
little soy boy there.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna fucking change. What are you talking about?
Come on, I'm here to work.
Yeah,
let's go.
He's like, this isn't a banquet there, sissy girl. And we got a little bit. I'm going to use the same discretion we did last week. We didn't get taken down on the stream. We didn't get a copyright claim until like days later. And it was only for the intro, to be honest. It was just the intro.
Then just shave off a few seconds.
Yeah. So I mean, well, no, I fight all the copyright claims. I don't
you shocking.
I have a very I've listened to a few YouTubers. Nick Recato would be one of them, right. and I have a very well worded way to state things that most of the time, let's say I probably have like an 83% success ratio. But
nice. All right,
it's not bad. It's not bad. So walking in, we see Jamie. We see Jamie Lannister. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of a standoff here.
Yes, it's a little very handsome armor. Yeah,
not a scratch on it. That is a giant middle finger.
Well, and Jamie takes it as, yeah, I know, because I'm so good, no one can touch me.
Yeah, that's not what it is. No. And if you want to explain, you can. I mean, more
because okay. Jamie is a member of the King's Guard, so they're knights, and yes, their job is to watch the king, but really they're more ceremonial is what they are.
Yeah.
And Jamie, the only reason Jamie is a member of the King's Guard was because the Mad King was mad at his father Tywin, and so he made Jamie a member of the King's Guard, because the King's Guard kind of takes the same oath that the Night's Watch does. They give up all claims to titles and lands. They will not get married. They will not have children. So basically, he takes Tywin's favorite child, his heir, and says, "Okay."
And this is it's Aeron Targaryen who is the Mad King.
Aerys.
Thank you. Sorry. They ended with N and S, and it's like Viserys and Rhaenyra, and it's just like there's so many.
Daemon.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to. So yes, and he is actually very, very, he's a very volatile king who becomes obsessed later on with basically burning people alive because he sees evil and assassinations around literally every corner.
And now Jamie's present post, he is the personal shield to Robert Baratheon, who is married to his sister / lover Cersei.
And
of course, this is the known secret that Jamie and Cersei are cuddling.
Yeah,
very aggressively. And so he will have Jamie stand outside his chamber door when he's doing his thing.
Yeah. We'll get a nice scene about that later. I started chuckling because we're talking about everybody knows and stuff like that.
Except Tywin.
Well, yeah, no, it's interesting that all of Cersei and Robert's kids, they all have blonde hair.
And this comes into play later on, right?
Yeah, and it comes into play later on, but at the same time, we were kind of talking about certain things with House of the Dragon, certain decisions that were made. Now, they were made for the wrong reason, but at least it worked out. Woman,
yes.
I have a Targaryen who's up my ass. She's pulling on my mic, my headphone cord.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she's. So anyway, I'm good, woman. I'm gonna whoop you. We're gonna go forward. Okay. So that's clawing my leg. I was standing right here when it happened. He's talking about the fact that Ned Stark's father was burned alive by the Mad King, was executed.
Brother.
Yes, there were lords and ladies watching, standing by, and nobody said a thing. and he's trying to get under Ned's skin. And you can see that Jamie basically smelling his own farts, thinks that he's actually doing a good job of it.
Yeah.
But you can see on Ned's face
he's not amused.
He's not amused. Like you're getting a small rouse out of Ned, but the thing is that Ned is actually battle hardened for real. And
like seriously.
Yeah, like seriously, like because even later on, Robert talks about one of his first kill. And so yeah, Jamie's trying to get under his skin, but it's definitely not working because I mean, pretty boy, look, we 500 men in this room. It was silent as a crypt.
Right.
And okay, here we go. This is what we want. When I watched the Mad King die, which Jamie killed him, I remember him as laughing as it felt like justice.
Right. So he's trying to say, dude, I killed, I killed the king, but you should be thanking me.
Yes. You should be indebted to me. Which also means that you should be on my team and you should never question anything that my family has anything to do with anything, which
Pretty
is
much.
not,
how Ned works.
Yeah. And that's not how Ned works because Ned is like,
that's not how the North works.
Yeah.
I have used that phrase a few times. Oh yeah, that helps you sleep at night. That's fine.
Whatever helps you sleep, fucker. And of course Jamie's like, tell me if I stabbed the Mad King in the belly instead of the back, would you admire me more? No. No. The answer is no, because Ned has honor.
Yes.
Ned has a lot of honor, and yes, there is a certain part of it that is tarnished,
which will come later on.
Which comes later on. That's explained a lot better. But Ned has a tremendous amount of honor, and that's all we'll say about that. So no, Ned just turns around, walks away. That's some fucking boss shit, by the way.
And here we meet the small council.
Yes.
We are first met by Lord Varys, the master of whispers. He is the spy master.
Yes.
This guy is an information. He is just info, and he has a little network that he calls his little birds.
He's the CIA.
He's the CIA, the FBI, and the
NSA.
All rolled into one.
Yeah. And he says, I was grievously sorry to hear about your troubles on King's Road. This is a great response, by the way. Oh, yeah. We were all praying for Prince Joffrey's full recovery. Which, obviously, from last episode, what do we remember happening? The Arya wants to learn how to sword fight, right?
Correct.
So like many kids, whether playing swords or lightsabers, they're playing with sticks and swinging them at each other. And a little fucking peckerhead with a sword, an actual sword, trying to
takes it it's taking melee swings.
Yeah, just a smidgen too far. And so he
got a wolf bite.
Yeah. And also lost his sword like a little bitch. Fuck you.
Which is dead. Called him out on that. Was glorious.
Oh yeah. You got disarmed by
by a little girl.
Like literally a little girl. Like what? Arya's supposed to be like 11, 12 in this? She's
11.
She's older than Bran, who they say later is like 10 years old. So she has to be like 12, which means Joffrey has to be like, what, 18?
Joffrey would be around 16.
Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. Sansa is around 16. Okay. Yeah.
Wait. No. Sansa, when she meets the queen, she's 14.
Oh, yeah. That's
because,
right. Yeah, she is, because they made Rhaenyra the same age when she was young.
And Cersei asked her,
have you bled
yet?
Yep. Which Everybody knows what that means.
Mhm.
We're playing for. Shame you didn't say a prayer for the butcher's son.
Butchers. He got it the worst.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would say.
Oh, and then this fucker.
Oh no, this isn't. This is yeah, no.
Oh no, that looks like Renly. Sorry, that's
Yeah.
Renly.
This is Renly. So he yeah, they actually hug.
Yeah.
And
there's this fucker.
Look. if like God, who is the fucking last guy who had the queen by the ear and who would beat off to her feet? If
Larys.
Yeah, thank you. If Larys grew up to be somebody, this would be it right here.
Okay, this is Larys and Otto Hightower wrapped into one right here.
Yeah, Littlefinger. Yeah. Dude definitely likes weird shit. I'm just gonna say it. I've hoped to meet you for some time, Lord Stark. And
somehow I doubt that.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so the backstory here of this guy.
Yep.
He has been in love with Ned's wife since he was a little boy.
Yep.
Catelyn was originally betrothed to Ned's older brother.
Yep.
Now, Peter here thinks that the men of the North are brutes, just mindless brutes. And in his cultured, because he was a ward of House Tully, which is where he met Catelyn and her sister Lysa.
Mm-hmm.
So at the betrothment, he thought he would fight for Catelyn's honor and challenged Ned's brother to a duel and got a scar basically going from his balls up to his collarbone.
Yes. And he said, I still carry a token of his esteem. Even though Ned's brother is now deceased.
Dead.
From navel to collarbone. You started, dude. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. A woman worth fighting for. He's talking about Ned's wife now. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you'll agree. And it's like,
bruh, you're stay in your lane. Yeah. And Grand Maester Pycelle,
who is the one who actually summoned Ned Stark, because the small council just couldn't wait. Because they were told about, I would have given you a day, you just rode in. But Grand Maester Pycelle, he has his own
machinations.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
Now, okay, so for those who do not know, the Maesters are like the scholars, professors, doctors, healers. They are assigned to a house.
Yes.
So Pycelle is assigned to the Red Keep.
Yep.
They are to be loyal to whoever the lord of that house is.
Yep.
Regardless. We find out later that Maester Pycelle is really loyal to the Lannisters.
Yes. Which is technically not being loyal to said house.
Correct.
Because Robert Baratheon is king.
Right. So when I say house, I mean a castle. So well,
even so, like, Robert is king.
Right. He should be loyal to house. He is Grand Maester Pycelle should be loyal to the Red Keep, and whoever becomes king or queen or ruler or whoever, you advise them.
Yes.
Not a family.
Yes, and he is not. But you can even see it in early actions too. So of course Ned is asking. He's like, "Why is Robert not here?" And His Grace has many cares.
Right. So
right. Go ahead, dude. No, go ahead.
So he entrusts the small matters to us that we may lighten another load. So the hand of the king really is the ruler. He is the administrator of the realm. He's basically the second most powerful person in the realm.
Yeah.
It's like if the vice president actually had a job.
Yeah. No, I would 1,000% agree. You could even actually say that the hand is actually the most powerful unless the king intervenes.
Correct.
Which many, as we find out from Robert is not one to intervene. And even later on, during certain circumstances, there is a older, wiser, more intimidating hand of the king who who definitely controls the situation.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is fucking awesome. It's really fun to watch. It's a lot of fun to watch. So basically he's like, basically, all right, we're going to start without Robert. Obviously you can see that this is where Robert would sit, right? Because that is the sigil of the Baratheons, House Baratheon.
Yep.
Moving forward, so they're talking about a tournament.
Mm-hmm. And how much it's going to cost.
Yeah. In honor of Lord Stark's appointment as Hand of the King, we are to hold a tournament. How much? Mm-hmm. Of course, Ned, being an actual good ruler, that actually gives a shit.
Well, he is well, because okay, so Ned being Warden of the North,
yeah,
and the Winterfell is basically almost a small town in and of itself. He is an actual executive. He has to dish out funds and make sure everything is taken care of. That's his job. And when he hears that the crown is millions in debt,
yeah, 40,000 gold dragons to the champion, 20,000 to the runner-up, and 20,000 to the victorious archer. Which we find out, scooting forward, are you telling me the crown is $3 million in debt? And they say no.
No, it's 6.
I'm telling you, the crown is $6 million in debt. Ned says, how could you let this happen? Because the thing is that Robert is a battlefield. He's a bad king, but he's a battlefield leader. He knows how to lead on the battlefield. And you say this later on in the episode. He doesn't want to be king.
No, he really doesn't.
He was passed on to him because a lot of people felt that Ned would actually have been a better king. And he's like, I don't know.
Okay, and because it was Robert's war,
yeah,
Robert, seized the throne. So he led the coup. So obviously he's the leader. He became the king, and Robert would rather fight. Robert would rather be in a tournament, going on a hunt. Robert's really not happy unless he's drinking, fucking, or killing something.
Yep. And that literally comes almost verbatim what you just said at the end there. Comes into play later. And of course, Ned says, I will not believe Jon Arryn allowed Robert to bankrupt the realm. Lord Arryn gave wise and prudent advice, but I fear his grace doesn't always listen.
So there's a line later on where someone says something, and then Jon Snow stopped. I think it's Jon Snow stops him and said, "My father said everything before the butt is shit." So basically, I did it.
Yeah,
but
yeah, exactly. What was it? No, it was his cousin, the one who's like uncle to Jon Snow.
Benjen.
Yeah, Benjen. Yeah, he said, my brother once told me that everything that comes after the butt is shit.
Well, everything that comes before the butt is shit.
Oh, I thought he said after.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay, we're actually going to listen to this because Ned gets mad.
We cannot afford.
As you will, but still, we'd best make our plan.
There will be no plans.
Ned's like, fuck no. Like,
No.
we're not fucking doing this.
No,
Like, not even close.
no.
Until I speak to Robert.
Ooh, that's where everybody's like, wait.
Oh, this is a different kind of hand.
Yes, because he is literally a brother to Robert. And no.
he's also an executive.
Yeah.
They're used to folks who just, all right, cool. We'll
because they basically said, well, we'll just have the Lannisters fund it, right? The Lannisters are funding the crown. Like, we'll just get a loan from them. It's like, and
no.
Ned's like, oh, wait, who are you getting money from? Yes. So no, Ned is a very, very different hand to the king, which also makes him a horrendous danger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, everybody's just like,
okay.
even Ned looks around. He's like, fuck. He's like,
I'm tired. It's been a long road. Oh, yeah. Forgive me. And because Ned knows, Ned knows. Okay, maybe I stepped a little too far. This is a realm that I'm not used. This is an arena that I'm not used to. Let me walk this back just a little bit.
Yeah, because Ned just revealed the fact that he knows more than he's let on, and you know, and everybody's going like, wait, Robert, like Robert, like what? He's like, you know, it's one of those things. It's like, wait, how do you know our king? How you know what previous background do you have?
Oh well, everyone knows that it was that the war to unseat Aerys was Robert, Ned, and Jon Arryn. Everyone knows that. No, absolutely. But
the thing is, though, is that I don't think they know the magnitude to this day. It's where Robert still holds him in that esteem. And I think because it looks like the reaction on everybody's faces is kind of like, you know, holy shit, wait, what? But anyway, we'll move forward. So they end up dismissing. Oh, look, it's Mama's boy. Little fucking peckerhead.
Oh boy, and this is
no. Like, I'm sorry, just for the record, if you got attacked by a wolf, you would be missing chunks.
Oh yeah. That's a love bite.
Yeah, that's not shit. Like literally, you would have like sunken in tissue. Like you're talking about. Okay. Anyway, here comes baby boy. You fought off a direwolf. You're a warrior like your father. It's like, this is so gay. God, it's gay.
Well, it's like, you know, I went out on the lake and I caught a fish that was this big. And then next week, the fish was this big. And then next week, the fish was this big.
Yeah.
So it's whatever. And again, he's going to be king. Who's going to say, oh, no, sir, no, sire, no, you.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever you would like. Well, you know, except for certain people's family later on.
I'm not like him. Pippin, all I did was scream.
Yeah. Yeah, he says that, which I love, and he's like, "Oh, I did was scream." Then of course,
bitch.
That's not true. You killed the beast.
I hate her for this.
But she's instructing him on how to be a king.
She is. She's also instructing him on how to be a fucking sociopath. More than already.
Well, consider the source.
Yeah.
You only spared the girl because of the love your father bears her father.
I didn't know.
When Aerys Targaryen sat on the.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is Aerys Targaryen sat on the Iron Throne. Your father was a rebel and a traitor, which is true.
Which, by the way, Cersei, you were originally betrothed to the Mad King's son. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Oops. And of course, she basically says, "Someday you'll sit the throne, and the truth will be what you make it."
Right. Exactly.
And then he asks, "Do I really have to marry her?" He's talking about Sansa.
Yep.
She's very beautiful and young.
Mhm.
Because Joffrey doesn't want to marry her.
He doesn't want to marry anyone. Really.
No, because he doesn't. No, Rhaenyra, you are not going to jump on computers.
He is. That's really not his thing. He would rather peel the wings off of flies.
I do. Do you get a little bit of Obviously, no between little bit of the Aegon kind of like I don't really want to. No,
I mean, he wants to be king because he loves the power that it wields.
he loves the power
and people that he can torture because he thinks because he's highborn, because he's a snob, everyone is under him and everyone is a plaything, not for him.
No, I would agree.
So this just feeds it into that. But as far as doing kingly duties, no,
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's yeah, he wants the power, and of course, we actually see that in Aegon once he actually gets crowned, and everybody's like, ah, and he's like, oh,
drunk.
He gets drunk on the power. So she's very beautiful and young. If you don't like her, you only need to see her on formal occasions. Could you imagine a mother in today's world talking to her child like this?
I'm just saying.
When the time comes to make little princes and princesses, or mom, you are my darling boy, and the world will be exactly as you want it to be. There's that participation trophy,
right?
In a sense, and if you want to equate it to today's world, it's a participation trophy. Okay, so now they go into how he would deal with the Starks because
he
Joffrey he doesn't like the Starks. So she asks, how would you handle them?
Right.
And he says, I double their taxes and command them to supply 10,000 men to the royal army. Well, technically, there is no royal army, really. It is up to the kingdoms of the realm to form said army that is loyal to the king.
To that house.
Yes. And that's how it's been for quite some time.
Right.
And she's like a royal army.
A royal army? Really? Okay. And then but here is where Cersei, yes, she's a sociopath. Yes, she's evil. Pragmatic though.
She's very pragmatic and she's very calculated too, and she understands very well, obviously from her father, how politics works, because her father wasn't he hand of the king
for 20 years?
Yeah, he was hand of the king. And so obviously she's very immersed in this world, and she's like, really? Yeah, we should have a standing army of men loyal to the crown. Now, look, I don't necessarily disagree with the kid. I don't disagree on the premise, even a small army, but he takes it a little bit further.
Right.
Sees Winterfell and installs someone loyal to the realm as Warden of the North.
By force.
And these 10,000 northern, we'll give it a slight break, and then we'll actually, because I think the dialogue is actually important, the way she's talking to her son. Right, she's actually educating him in the best way, in a sense.
Would they fight for you or their lord?
For me, I'm their king.
You've just invaded their homeland. Ask them to kill their brothers.
I'm not asking.
This whole thing, I am the king.
He is already drunk on it.
Yeah, it comes into the story later on a little bit.
The North cannot be held. Not by an outsider. It's too big and too wild. And when the winter comes, the seven gods together couldn't save you and your royal army.
Right. Okay, because I have likened now the North, and the North is the largest territory in the entire realm. It's also very sparsely populated. It's like if King's Landing is LA, The North is the Montana.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Montana. Yeah, and it's ruthless like Montana, as in like fucking frigid.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
you will freeze to fucking death.
Commander Phil, what's up, buddy?
You see Commander Phil? Why don't I see Commander Phil?
He's in the chat.
Is he?
Yeah.
Why is my computer over here not updated? Okay. Hey, Commander Phil, what's up, buddy? I would just like to say, in honor of Commander Phil, I would like to play a clip that he made, but I updated it. I updated it. I updated it to give him credit because God bless Commander Phil. We love him around here.
Oh, boy.
All right. Open your eyes.
Blaine!
I told you, I kept telling you hands off my waist, all right? Jesus.
Well, you got
Fucking
a
reach around.
you got a
reach around.
skinny waist, man. I was kind of shocked.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yes. I updated that for you, you Commander Phil, because I wanted you to have all the credit because you did make that. We love the Legion of Memers around here, especially on Friday night's Royal Rumble.
Yes.
You can also find them, in the chat of Friday Night Tights,
Yep.
which we definitely do love. Which actually, they're part of the reason I started YouTube in the first place. So, I'll let me hold on. Let me see if I can try to. I don't care. I'm not going to update that chat. If the computer's frozen, I can still see me. It's still showing the video, so that's fine. I don't care about. I'll look at the chat every once in a while. Okay, Sid. A good king knows when to save his strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when to destroy his enemies. Now, mommy's leading to a point.
Mm-hmm.
We're everywhere. The fellowship. Roger that.
We're everywhere.
We are the Legion of Memers. I love the fact that they have that little post mark
We are
tab.
Legion.
Yeah.
We are Legion. We are many.
Ironically, we have something in common a little bit.
Mhm.
This everyone who isn't us is an enemy.
Right. If you're not a Lannister, you're an enemy.
Exactly.
Even though his last name is Baratheon.
Yep. But he's really a
He's really a Lannister.
Well, getting into the racism already. Mama Susan, we love Asian people around here. Hail the Asians. Even when they go,
you go now. You'll be here 4 hours.
You want fried rice? And then, oh my god, dude, where's my car? That's one of the best things. And then, no, and then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tangent alert.
Okay, so Arya she's mad about her friend who
she's still a little salty.
She's a little
She's
salty.
still salty because this happened because episode 2 they were on the road again. This is like 600 miles, so they may have been halfway when that incident happened. So there's a 300-mile ride.
I mean,
plus getting settled in. Arya is holding a grudge.
Just for the record, I would like people to kind of understand the context of this because we live in a very advanced state. So when I lived in Colorado, we would drive to see my family in Phoenix, Arizona. That was about 600 miles. That was an 8.5 to 9 hour drive in a car.
Right.
Could you imagine how long that would take on horses walking 5 miles an hour?
Couple weeks.
Yeah. That's nuts.
That's holding a grudge.
Commander Phil says, I was really surprised when they did things to, wasn't it in season 4? I think it was like around the mid season 4, right? When they
finally took the little asshole out.
Yeah, when they took the little
season 3, I think.
Yeah, it was like late season 3, early season 4. Because he hung around a long time.
For a little while.
Yeah, he hung around longer than you really wanted him to.
Mhm.
So Arya's upset. And she's also not just she's not only upset for her friend, but also at the same time, obviously,
Her sister.
her sister's direwolf was one of the very first casualties of the actual Stark family.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's angry.
And if you told the truth, Mike would be alive.
Enough!
What's happening here?
I would rather act like a beast than a lady.
She's like,
we'll speak later.
She's like, and?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, and?
I may have to patrol cats up here in about a couple of minutes because they're being
Oh, boy.
dicks. But no, we're okay for now.
Throw in the bathroom. Just don't throw
Throw them in. That'd be
throw one
worse
in the bathroom.
Oh, throw one in the bathroom.
Yeah. They'll be fine.
Oh, they're climbing up. Oh, that's fine. Whatever.
Mhm.
So obviously Ned realizes that Sansa is depressed about what happened to Lady, because Lady did nothing wrong.
No.
And she was very angry about Lady being killed.
Mm-hmm.
And so he tries to make her feel better because unfortunately he's a dad and he doesn't necessarily know how to make a 14-year-old girl feel better.
No. So he gets from the same doll maker that does all of the princesses' dolls. And Sansa's like, really?
Who's like what, 2 years younger ish? Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So she's like, I haven't played with dolls since I was 8. Yeah,
and she's snippy about it.
Yeah, she's
Bitch.
She's kind of got her mother's. She's got her mother's hot blood in her, because you can see later on where Catelyn Stark can be kind of an abrasive bitch. Well, we saw how she treated John.
Exactly.
So anyway, she is allowed to be excused, and yeah.
Ned's like, oh God, why did I bring the girls here?
War was easier than daughters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And now play with the needle. Now this is a great scene. This is a wonderful scene.
Yes.
Give it to me.
And so he's looking at it, admiring the craftsmanship. Oh, wait a minute. He recognizes that it's his swordsmith from the Winterfell.
Which obviously we all know where she got it from. She got it from John. She did not say that.
Nope.
I would probably assume that Ned knew that one of her older brothers, either John or Rob.
Right. Obviously.
The swordsmith isn't going to be like, I'm going to make a sword for you just because you want it.
No.
She's not going to have that power. She doesn't, she's not old enough. So obviously, little ladies
Shouldn't play with swords.
I wasn't playing. And I don't want to be a lady.
Go here.
He's like one of the only good parents.
I know, right? He's just like, come here, have a seat. Come on.
I know he's like him and Daemon are the opposite, but at least Daemon is still actually a good parent figure, like when he needs to be. He has that ability to do that. It's just the irony that the Starks are the best parents, and then of course Daemon and Rhaenyra are the best parents in House of the Dragon.
Which they're horrible people, but
yeah, they're not good people, but they're also thrust into an awful situation from what we've seen.
Right. Oh, a blade with a name.
With a name.
Right.
And who are you hoping to skew?
Which also lets Ned know that somebody with experience told him about this.
Yes.
Because obviously John learned from somewhere a proper blade needs a proper name. Where would he have learned that from? I don't know. Maybe his father. Yeah.
Right.
Something like that.
You work with Needle, your sister. You know the first thing about sword fighting?
Sticking with the pointy end.
And he gets a good chuckle out of that. He's like, yeah, okay, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Ned has a good sense of humor when it comes to his kids.
I was trying to learn. I asked my kids to practice with me.
And now the big truth comes out that
the picture's starting to come together a little bit on that little segment.
Yes, which happened about 300 miles ago, which was what?
Couple weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
I asked him. It was my fault.
Oh,
No.
sweet girl. No. You didn't kill the butcher's boy.
Commander Phil, yes, and we will get to that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you for saying that. Commander Phil, Mr. Sword Teacher, he's honestly one of the. Oh yeah, no, he's great, and he is coming up towards the last probably 8 minutes.
Yep.
So yeah, I
Studio Fidel.
Yeah, he calls it dancing. He's like,
Water dancing.
I am your dance instructor.
And
Water
it's
dancing.
like,
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool.
It is so cool. Man, I don't know why my chat is like, you're literally frozen. I don't want to back out though, because it'll back my camera out.
Right. I hate them. I hate all of them.
Yeah.
But I don't really hate Sansa. Not really.
Who's she talking about? She's talking about
Mike. What's up, Mike? Mike Pacific 414 is in the chat.
Hey, buddy. What's up, man? Sorry, I couldn't make it to your stream the other night.
I couldn't either, buddy. I am so sorry, my friend.
I wanted to, but it just didn't happen. So sorry about that, dude.
I got lots to say.
Next time you invite me on, I'll make sure to set something aside. So, the Hound, the Queen, the King. So was I. He is a liar, and of course, Ned's schooling her on how things really work around here.
That's what we'll do someday. And it's like, okay, she has to take a side. She has to.
She can't say no.
Right.
Once a decree is made, it's not like a house can be like, well, we don't want to do that. Like that's gonna be like, whoa.
And then Arya asks a very pointed question. Talk about sticking with the pointy end.
Oh, well, she asked, how can you let her marry somebody like that? Which is obviously, and you can see on Ned's face that he doesn't want to.
No. Okay. Right. So she was born in the summer. The winter is coming, and they need to do what is best to protect themselves.
Yes. I'm gonna pause it right there. I don't want to push my luck. We went a little longer than I wanted to. But
so
Sansa,
okay, Sansa is your sister. So really, the Starks kind of and I'm going to use a line from a classic novel, the Jungle Book, for the strength where they talk about wolves. The strength of a pack is the wolf. But the strength of the wolf is the pack.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And he's like, I don't want to frighten you. I won't lie to you either.
But we've come to a very dangerous place, and you guys are wolves. So Ned is the alpha wolf. So you guys are strong because of Ned, but Ned is strong because of you guys.
Yes. And if you're going to own a sword, you better know how to use it. Obviously, that comes into play later. Okay, so we got Bran being told stories about Beyond the Wall. We've been going for 15 minutes, and we are only 16 minutes. A lot of context in this episode, so I may have to skip a few things. Bran has obviously woken up at the end of the last episode, and he's being told about stories beyond the wall.
The White Walkers.
Yes, kind of like ghost stories. She's a creepy old lady.
But Bran likes the scary stories.
Yes, he does. Wanting with their packs and
spiders, big as hounds.
Yeah. So basically Rob comes in and he is asking Bran if he remembers anything yet, and Bran will not speak.
And Rob is starting to press like, bro, I've seen you climb, dude. I've watched you climb. Wind, rain, doesn't matter. You don't fall.
Yeah. And then of course, knowing what he knows, Bran
About
knows
his
it-
legs.
about his legs, and I think he also knows the gravity of the situation. Bran just says, I'd rather be dead.
Mhm.
Which is something that was muttered last episode, saying it would be mercy for the boy just to be let
Right.
go, have him be taken out. So moving forward, Catelyn Stark comes
Has
to
arrived.
she has arrived at the Red Keep. She is intercepted by
The members of the City Watch.
Yeah. No, I just saw this. No, it was definitely not something you said, dude. It
Not at
just,
all, dude.
it was kind of a miscommunication. Supposed to do my Saturday night stream, ended up delaying it because my counterpart, she was sick. She was hoping she'd feel a little better. She ended up not. We ended up pushing it to like Sunday, and then we ended up canceling it anyway because she's got like a really bad case of the flu. I don't know if it's the coof or what it is, but she's really not well. So no, it's definitely not something you said, and we will have you back on Friday night. Even if this Friday night works for you, the more the merrier, because we're probably gonna have a skeleton crew, to be honest. It's the day after Thanksgiving. I am taking it off screen because Catelyn is brought to Littlefinger.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some nudity. There's just some slight nudity
Because it's a brothel.
Yeah, it's a brothel. So I'll show this one screenshot, and then I'm going to fast forward it, and then I'll describe it. So he basically says, I meant no disrespect to you of all people, because he's still in love with her. And so he's like, I'm truly sorry about the locale.
Right.
And then of course Lord Varys shows up. Let's Catelyn know that he has little birds everywhere, even in the north. And they're talking about the dagger.
Yep.
This weekend show. That pesky damn dagger, that Valyrian steel keeps popping up.
I know that's a nice dagger, though. I'm just saying.
It's a very nice dagger. Plays a big role in both fucking shows. A lot.
Mm-hmm.
As
has a little less meaning in this show than it does the House of the Dragon. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but do you want to? I'm since we're at almost an hour. I'm gonna take care. I'm gonna check on the cats, use the bathroom, and I'll be right back. If you want to explain the origin of the dagger real quick.
Sure.
Okay, give me like 2 minutes.
Okay, so we got the dagger here, and this is a Valyrian steel dagger with a dragon bone handle. This is called the cat's paw dagger. Now it's a plot device that's used throughout this show. The previous show, House of the Dragon, we find out that Aegon the Conqueror foresaw the long night and saw the coming of the white walkers and the fight for the dawn. So he had his pyromancers basically put in poem to embed inside the blade the Song of Ice and Fire, which can only be revealed through heat. And we come to where Catelyn has the dagger here. She's showing it to everyone, and Varys, being the information guy, she asks him, "Do you know whose this is?" And Varys is kind of taken aback because this is one of the rare times when he does not know what's going on.
Okay, just want to check the chat real quick.
Yep.
He said, "No worries, brother. I was just being funny." No. I mean, because we don't want anybody to think that we're,
No.
an invite on somebody else's show is massively appreciated. It really is.
Absolutely.
Because you know, that's what we do around here. We support each other. We jump in each other's chat and stuff like that. So I still love the little finger memes that came out of that. Yeah. Yeah, there was a well, and that's one reason that you know that's I don't know as y'all that you know House of the Dragon made a big impact because whether it was even there was like some criticism over the ending of episode 9, there were still a lot of memes. Like people were memeing it and having fun, and like there was a lot of chatter about it on you know on Twitter. So
and as I stated off screen, or maybe here, I don't remember, but House of the Dragon was such a success. It regenerated interest in Game of Thrones to where Game of Thrones was charting on the Nielsen ratings again.
Yep. You described to who had the dagger, right? That it went
Yes.
from okay, I figured you did. It went to the imp.
Well, that's going to be revealed here. So
yeah.
So I left it off where the spider's like, I don't know who's this is, and then the little finger's like, oh, what an occasion! Something that I know that you don't.
Yeah.
The imp.
It used to be mine, and then I lost it in a tournament to over Jaime Lannister, and it went to the imp. And of course, he's like, he'll say that it was just stolen, and it's like,
You and your little
yeah. Now we're in the north.
Okay, and I'm gonna do what you did, and I'm gonna let you take this, and I'm gonna go do my quick little thing.
Okay, I will talk about the fight.
Okay.
So we have Ned Stark's bastard. He is training with other individuals from the Night's Watch. Obviously, Jon Snow is the only one who has any kind of formal training, because obviously he is the bastard of Lord Eddard Stark. So he knows how to handle a sword. He's handled a sword his whole entire life. And all of his siblings have learned how to, and you can even see obviously that in this, that Arya is learning how to handle a sword herself. There's a little bit of butt hurt going on though. Because Jon Snow keeps kicking their ass in a bad way. Like he's embarrassing them. Like he's taking them out in like literally 1 to 2 shots. And so we're getting a little bit grumpy over here. Oh, goodbye. And of course, that is the commander of the Night's Watch. Oops, I went too far. Okay, now we're going to go back. This is Tyrion Lannister. Obviously, he wanted to see the wall. And this is the commander of the Night's Watch, who is taking great interest in Jon Snow. So now we even have 2-on-1, and he's whooping the snot out of him. And this is something that comes into play later on, because obviously Jon Snow becomes a very big character. For those who know what happens in the books, or those people who have actually watched Game of Thrones, he becomes one of a very much of a fan favorite. Basically, they call it because Jon Snow is just kicking their ass way too much. And then of course we find out a raven came for Ned Stark's son. That is Jon Snow. Doesn't matter what his last name is, he will always be Ned Stark's son, whether he's a bastard or not. He is entitled to said information, and his father and the people that are loyal to Ned Stark will, other than Catelyn Stark, obviously she does not like, she does not like Jon. But I was just talking about the fact that a raven has come for Jon Snow, who is labeled as Ned Stark's son, and he will always be Ned Stark's son.
Ned Stark's bastard.
Yeah, but the thing is that whether he's a bastard or not, he will always be Ned Stark's son.
Correct.
And that is something that, even though As a bastard, you're not really entitled to a whole lot. You still get more privilege than
it still commands some respect.
it still commands a lot more respect than you would be for being like, well, I used to pickpocket people in King's Landing, and now I'm in, at the Night's Watch because I don't want to spend the rest of my life in jail. Okay. Phil, think I'm gonna head out. Take care, everybody. All right, buddy.
Later, Phil.
Take care of yourself, man. I will talk to you soon. And obviously everything that we talked about earlier, praying for you, man, and everything going on. So I know it's a tough time, but things will get better. So we miss you, and I'll talk to you soon, man. Okay. Yes. And we find out that's so forgetful. Mr. Pycelle, so forgetful these days.
Forgetful these days.
Son of a bitch. Why is it buffering? There it goes.
A raven from Winterfell this morning.
This morning.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say?
This is like late afternoon.
Yeah, like 3:00 this morning. Whatever.
Yeah.
8-hour difference. Fuck it. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
The fact that Ned actually kind of like I'm almost kind of like, Ned, come on, man. Like, would you really believe that? But he is of an advanced age.
Right. He's an older man, so, and the way he kind of shuffles, you're like, okay, well, that's possible. Yeah. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, oh boy.
Yeah,
oh boy. Oh, this guy.
We know where this is going. Perhaps you'd like to share it with your wife. Oh, he's such an ass.
Mm-hmm.
My wife is in Winterfell.
Is she?
What do you know, you little fucker? It's just
yeah. Here we go. This is what I was looking for.
This is why I love Ned. He's like, really?
You don't fuck with Ned's family. That's all.
No. Again, wolves.
Yeah,
wolves.
You get bit.
One of several such establishments I own.
You're a funny man. Huh? A very funny man.
Ned.
Oh, shit. You were right. and as Ned walks in, Aelish is like, slow minds and just brutes.
Yeah. I wanted to just quickly exit out because I want to make sure that we don't have
the nudity.
Yes, the nudity also.
Naked.
Yeah, quick tempers is slow minds is what he says.
Yes.
Okay, we don't have any nudity, so good. That's all I wanted to. There's only one more slightly risque thing, but you don't really see anything. It's just Daenerys and everybody's favorite. Gosh darn it! Stop with the ads. I know it's free. Everybody wants to advertise for the free. All right, so we have Jon Snow is putting away he is in the armory. We got a little bit of butt hurt. Might need a little bit of salve for those buttholes. A little sand in that vag. They did not like being embarrassed.
No.
So they take matters into their own hands. But the big shining moment to take from all of this is Tyrion.
You've got an interesting face. Very distinctive faces. All of you.
What do you care about our faces?
Gee whiz, I don't know. Maybe he's remembering it.
Right. He's a little dim. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's a great term, dim.
Yeah. Yeah. He's dim, and he's definitely a dullard.
It's just, I think they would look marvelous decorating spikes in King's Landing. Perhaps I'll write to my sister, the Queen, about it.
Because, I mean, Jon is not a member of the Night's Watch yet. So as of right now, He is still
Well,
he is still the son of Lord Eddard Stark.
Which means if
The
you
son of the Hand of the King.
yes, which means if you kill him, your ass is gonna have your fucking head on a spike, and they're probably not. They're probably gonna torture you first before they chop it off. Because quite frankly, the Lannisters are no one to even probably give a shit about the Starks, but at the same time, though, they do care about that the superiority.
Oh yeah.
So if you were to have common folk killing the bastard son of a lord, they would definitely make an example of you. Doesn't matter who they hate.
Right.
They are going to put your head on a spike and say, this is what happens when you fuck
with lords.
Yes.
With lords.
So
great houses. Great houses.
Yeah. And Tyrion obviously has a special relationship with Jon, which I do very much like.
Yes, I do.
I very much like it because they have a great interaction, they have an understanding, and you see it comes to play later.
And then Tyrion just kind of imparts a little knowledge. It's like, hey, this is a teaching moment here.
Everybody knew what this place was. No one told me. No one but you.
Yeah.
My father knew. And he left me to rot at the wall all the same.
Gren's father left him too.
Mm-hmm.
Outside a farmhouse when he was 3.
Mm-hmm.
Pip was...
Caught stealing a wheel of cheese.
Because his sister was hungry. This is what
stealing a wheel of cheese.
This is what Tyrion does. He's a learner. He's a learned man.
Choice, his right hand or the wall. I've been asking the Lord Commander about them. Fascinating stories.
They hate me because I'm better than they are.
It's a lucky thing none of them were trained by master-at-arms like your son.
Right, exactly.
Tyrion,
you are coming in here from a position of privilege.
From a position of power.
Right.
Like you have training that none of them have.
Right.
And you're embarrassing them. And he's like, maybe, just maybe.
And then he learns, and then he gets kind of the same lesson from his uncle later on.
Your brother Bran has woken up.
The mere suggestion that the Queen's brother tried to kill your...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't think there's any issues in this.
Just to be safe.
It's the area. Okay. Yeah. No. It's good.
So basically it's saying that that's quite a accusation you're making there with no proof.
Yes, absolutely. And it's and then of course she's like, you're a true friend.
You want, because she still looks at him as the little boy that she and her sister played kissing games with.
Yeah,
when they were children.
Dude owns a brothel and he can't move on. Like, come on, man.
Okay, okay. Well,
multiple.
Yeah, multiple brothels.
He's a child, 10 years old. What were you thinking?
I was thinking of us.
Okay.
And I have an actual dispute to this because I think that Jaime actually was going to let the boy walk free until she had this look on her face of like, so now she's trying to absolve her conscience, and I think it's bullshit.
You're a bit late to start complaining about it now. What has the boy told them?
Nothing. He said nothing. He remembers nothing.
There you go.
What are you raving about?
Exactly.
She's a miserable hack. She raves about everything. Oh yeah. What if it comes back to him?
If it comes back to him, he tells his father what he saw.
We'll say he was lying. We'll say he was dreaming. We'll say whatever we like. I think we can outfox a 10-year-old.
And my husband.
Okay, and this is here. Ooh, this is
That's spicy.
that's not there.
I'll go to war with him if I
If I have to. They can write a ballad about us. Basically, Jaime says, "I will go to the war. I will go to war with the world until there's nothing left but us."
Yeah. Good luck with that. And then, of course, he gets a little bit of grope on. I'm sure we can probably imagine what happened after this a little bit.
I mean, dude, this is how you are, dude. You are just all hands when you try and grab my waist, bro.
And also, in the context of Game of Thrones, to say that he's all hands later on is really funny.
I know, right?
I need a. I have a soundboard, but I haven't hooked it up. Like, I really need to hook it up. Him, Ned Stark, the king, a whole bloody lot
of them.
Yeah, okay. Then, of course, Catelyn is sent on her way.
Sent to go back, and she wanted to see the girls, and Ned's like, "No, that's not a smart idea."
No, you don't say. It's like, gee whiz, let everybody know that you're here, idiot.
Yeah, no.
Of course, I really don't give a shit about this part. It's lovey-dovey stuff.
Yeah,
it's.
Oh, here we go. Oh, the war stories. Oh, the war stories.
Yeah.
Oh.
I still remember every face.
Talking to Barristan Selmy, one of the greatest knights in the entire realm.
Mm-hmm.
So really, him being a member of the King's Guard is kind of a waste. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Even in his advanced age, he is still spot on.
He could cut down just about anybody.
Yeah.
And he was also a King's Guard for the Mad King, so he knew Rhaegar. I believe he became the Lord Commander of the King's Guard when the Lord Commander before him, who we will see way later in a dream sequence, I believe it was Sir Arthur Dayne, got killed.
I don't remember that, but I'll trust you on it.
Oh, Sir Arthur Dayne had a sword that was equal to Valyrian steel. It was made of meteorite.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not know that one.
Yeah, the sword is called Dawn, and the house where Sir Arthur Dayne is from is called Starfall.
Interesting.
Gods, I was strong then.
Gods, I was
Caged
strong
in his
then.
breastplate.
Wait. Now, everyone here uses swords and the whatnot. Robert's the weapon of choice is kind of like his personality. He uses a warhammer.
Yeah.
A big mallet with a long neck that just generates a lot of force.
Yeah. Crushes bone, crushes armor, it crushes everything.
Shattered every rib he had. Stood over him, hammer in the air. Right before I brought it down, he shouted, "Wait! Wait!"
Of course, Robert was a lot younger man then.
Yes.
He is no longer said man. He is
old and fat.
He's very, very portly.
As we noticed in episode 1 when Ned just goes, Lance of Gods, what a stupid name. Oh, yeah. He's pretty though. But
he's a Lannister, by the way. He's a Lannister.
Lancel Lannister.
Oh, here comes the fun. It gets
Kingslayer.
a little salty after this one.
Well,
shit! What the hell?
You need to go back and because Jaime at the very end because Robert eggs him on because Jaime has
he does, yeah.
because Jaime has the title Kingslayer, which is a dishonorable term.
Yes, it jumped. I don't know why it jumped, but
and so then Robert is asking him, "What did the Mad King say when you stabbed him in the back?" And
Yeah.
Jaime's like, the same thing he'd been saying for hours: "Burn them all."
yes.
Burn them
Okay.
all.
All right, there we go. We're back. I don't know why it jumped. It must have been maybe something I clicked. I don't know.
Mhm.
And we haven't had a codec issue tonight, which is good. So we haven't had any lag. What about Aerys Targaryen? Did he call you a traitor? And of course, after what you just said, he's like, if that's all your grace.
Yeah, Jaime doesn't like to talk about this.
No, he doesn't. It might be one of the only smidgens of humanity you see in probably the first couple seasons.
Yeah.
So,
the Grass Sea on our way to Vez Dothrak.
the Dothraki don't believe in money.
Hi, gorgeous McQueen.
Yeah.
And basically, Jorah is explaining how a horde works.
Yes.
There's cities. Once they see a horde, it's like, we can fight or we can die. Basically.
Pretty much. So she tells the whole entire horde to stop.
So Dany is asking how the horde gets so big and do they buy their slaves? And Jorah's like, no, they pretty much take them or they're offered as tribute.
Yes.
And this starts to form part of Dany's ideology that is carried out throughout carried out at least through season 6.
Yes. And so she jumps off the horse.
She wants to go just stretch her legs a little bit, a little walkie walk. And then this prick.
You dare! You give commands to me. To me. You do not command the dragon.
The dragon. You're such a douche.
He again drunk on his own power, which he doesn't have.
He doesn't have any power. And he's like, you command the dragon. Okay, first off,
he is pissed because she commanded the entire horde to stop, including him.
Yep. Because now she has more power than he does.
Yep.
I am Lord of the Seven Kingdoms. I don't take orders from savages or their sluts. Do you hear me?
Wow, that was quick. Woo! Woo!
Oh, they hear you.
Oh,
they hear you.
Oh, and this, you fuck with the cows, you fuck with the calls, wife, fuck around and find out.
So he's like, would you like me to kill him? And then, of course, she says, no, take an ear. Yeah.
I mean, because he is like, I want to shed some blood. Come on. This is what we do. This is, come on.
She's not down with it. Okay. It's her brother. She slowly loses a whole lot of love for him.
Not very slow, but it boils and then it just
yeah. And I love the fact that so he orders Jorah to take action, and Jorah's like, nope. Oh, look, it's that line again. I am your king.
Mm-hmm. Which Tywin did Will address later?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good, bro. So we return to the Khaleesi, addressing the one who really has power here.
Yep. You put your sister in a position to where she's over you now, you dumbass. The best part.
You walk.
Yeah. He didn't even get a horse. He's like, you walk.
He takes his horse. Like
He takes his horse. He's like, no, you walk.
That's good.
He's like, yeah, you're good.
You're now a bitch. You're now a bitch.
I really hate the fact that his name is Viserys III, by the way, because
I know,
he is
right?
such an ass clown that it's not even fucking funny. All right, so we're back at the wall. And John is talking to his uncle.
Uncle, yes. And he gets a lesson here. Uncle tells him that he's headed out north of the wall. He'll be gone for a few months. And John's like, all right, I'll join you in the morning. And he's like, no.
Nope.
You're gonna stay here.
Yeah, there's a hierarchy, dude.
And John's like, me. And Ben's just like, there is no I here.
Mhm.
There is no me here.
No. Yep. I'm leaving this morning. You're leaving?
Mm-hmm. I'm the first ranger. That's his job.
Oh crap. Oh, stupid thing. Tried to accidentally click something. You're not going.
Right. Yeah, no, sorry.
You're
no rangers. Right.
Yeah. He's not a ranger. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
He's not even a brother of the Night's Watch yet.
No. A man gets what he earns when he earns it.
And you haven't earned it yet.
Which is ironically something that Ned Stark would have taught him in Winterfell. But the thing is, though, is that now that they're outside of Winterfell, he feels differently. He thinks of himself as over what the other brothers of the Night's Watch when it's
because he comes from his uncle is Benjen Stark. He's better trained. He's better at a lot of this stuff.
Yes.
So he feels that, okay, naturally you would pick me. You would pick me first.
Yes. This really isn't probably the it's Tyrion and stuff like that. He's and
Benjen is not having it.
No, he's not.
Might be a wildling's axe that gets him. Might be sickness. Might just be the cold.
Mm-hmm.
They die in pain. And they do it.
And they do it.
So plump little lords like you can enjoy their summer afternoons in peace and comfort.
Yep.
Do you think I'm plump?
Of course,
he's cynical.
Yeah, he's cynical, and it goes further. Yeah. There you go. That's where we're.
Not sure what I've done to offend you. I have great admiration for the Night's Watch. I have great admiration for you as First Ranger.
You know, my brother once told me that nothing someone says before the word "but" really counts.
Mm-hmm.
But don't believe that giants and ghouls and white walkers are lurking beyond the wall. I believe that the only difference between us and the wildlings is that when that wall went up, our ancestors happened to live on the right side of it.
Okay, so Tyrion is a skeptic, which arguably you could make that point. No one has seen a white walker in a couple thousand years.
Yeah, like what? Something like 3,000, 4,000 years, something crazy like that.
Something like that. So, is it that hard to? So, anyone who has seen one is long dead.
Oh, we got Vanquish. What's up, buddy? John.
Hey, buddy.
John wants to go over the wall. He knows that there's a hot Reddit. He doesn't know that yet. She had a hotness to her. At the same time, she was slightly insufferable.
But in real life, they're married.
Oh, are they really?
Kit and her. Yep.
Oh, I had no idea about
Yep.
that. That's funny.
That's how they met, was on this show.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Meat and bone. I know how to track him and I know how to kill him. It's not the wildlings giving me sleepless nights.
Mm-hmm.
You've never been north of the wall, so don't tell me what's out there.
Because
Keep
even
going below.
because there's another region. There's the wall, and then there's beyond the wall. There's a region north of that called the Land of Never-Ending the Winter. That is the home and the origin of the White Walkers.
Yes. Yes. So there is a lot more going on. Okay. So
we find out that
Oh, we got clipped. I went a little too long. That's okay. I'll say stand by. Damn it. I went a little too long. I got greedy. Damn, I got greedy. Come on. Give me my stream back. Stream is unavailable. Come on. Yeah, I knew I was pushing it a little too much. And I should have been a little more careful. I got a little greedy because we didn't have any problems last time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, they're really, come on.
You're poking the bear.
Yeah, well, look, I'll work on it for next week.
You got it.
So, Jesus, they're really laying into it. Oh yeah, it still says unavailable.
Wow.
Damn, I really pissed him off that much, huh?
Well, you know.
Yeah, we are still down. Okay, we're might be back up. Hold on. No, it still says unavailable.
Wow.
I pissed them off. Come on.
You're on the list, man. You're on the list.
Oh, I poked the shit out of that bear. Let me refresh it real quick. I just want to get through the rest of the stream. Come on.
Oh, we're back. We're back.
Are we?
We're back. We're back.
Okay, we're back. Sorry. I poked the bear a little too much. I thought I was pushing it just a smidgen too far. And
Hashtag blame Ryan.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we're good.
So we find out that during the time when Danny stares at dragon eggs to enjoy the cuddling of, she got a little stallion in the oven now.
Mm-hmm. She got a
bun. She got a bun in the oven.
All right, so we'll keep it real short here. So come to find out, she's touching her boob. She's like, you've changed. It's
you changed.
Yeah,
Alici. And then we got Jorah talking to one of the writers, talking about the different type of the weapons that they use.
Yes.
Where the Thraki Arak has a big curved blade, which is good for riding a horse, because as you're swinging, that head as it comes around is going to generate a lot of a lot of momentum, which is just going to add to the cutting power. Jorah's a knight, so he is a stand-up fighter. So his sword is actually at a advantage to the Arak in a stand-up fight.
Yep. and they're obviously discussing the issue. That we're talking about past and stuff like that.
And then they're arguing over food, and Jorah's like, I will have the boys, kill a goat for her. And then he's like, I got to get to such and such a place, because we find out later
she's pregnant.
Right. And we find out later that Jorah is not quite the person he says he is.
Nope, he is not. Of course, so we got Jon back with the boys.
And he's actually teaching, helping,
he's
educating.
Teaching, educating, helping. He's not humiliating.
Right.
So don't stand so still. It's harder to hit a moving target. And of course, he's talking to him. He's like going, you move too much.
You move around way too much.
Yeah, I could just hold my sword out and let you do the work for me. And so...
Oh, and this is the Maester of Castle Black. This is Maester Aemon.
Mm-hmm.
Who has his own story that we'll find out later.
A lot later on. We will find out. But so we're talking about how the Night's Watch is struggling. They barely have enough people to defend. We barely have enough resources to keep our lads armed and fed. He's like, please tell your sister that we need help.
Right.
And of course, we got the dragon eggs. And then of course,
they're having a little cuddle session, which is a little showing some skin. Maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I was not going to go there. It's not showing a tremendous amount, but I would like to say that
Dany's hot.
Well, no, not just that. I will show this because it's not really showing that much. I'll show it briefly. This is what I call shit. What's the syndrome?
You mean Stockholm?
Stockholm syndrome. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. I literally had the word earlier. Stockholm syndrome, because now she has fallen in love with her captor. And yes, that was her captor in the beginning. And
husband, captor.
Yeah. And it's very easy to see because she was really not into it. Okay, so now that we're past that, there's no more.
But here's my thing. I think maybe, just maybe, Dany has embraced the Dothraki as she has. This is a way to get free from her brother.
It's a good point. It's a very good point, to be honest. Obviously, which we see later on, she very much gets free of him. And so we have Tyrion and Jon Snow saying bye to each other.
And where they started off, Jon being, a spoiled, being a brat, basically.
A little bit.
Has gained some respect, and where Mr. Lannister here looked at Jon as a brat. They have now gained a mutual respect.
Yes. I won't get caught twice, because trust me, once you get caught once, they cut that shit in half. They're like, well, you got busted once, we'll flag you again.
Poking the bear.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. The very last scene. This is such a great scene. You are a dead girl. You are dead, and now you are dead. You are dead again. I am Syrio Forel. Oh, I am your dancing master, Syrio Forel.
Arya learns to fight.
Well, she's learning. She gets her first lesson, and she grabs a sword, and then she grabs the sword with the training sword with two hands, and he's like, "This is nuts. What you're doing, boy?" And he keeps calling her boy, and he says, "I'm a girl." He's like, "Boy, girl, doesn't matter. You're dead."
Yeah. Oh, they struck us again. I didn't even take it that long. Oh, y'all are being buttholes. They're being buttholes. All right. Oh, I did. I so pissed them off. Okay. That wasn't even that long, was it? That was it's like 6 seconds. They're grumpy. I might not even be able to play the outro before if we might get clipped for. Boo. Yeah, boo. Boo is definitely right. Yeah, we're not gonna play the video again. We're just gonna have to skip forward.
Yeah.
Damn. I feel like we were a little less careful last week and we didn't have any issues. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I could be very wrong. Yeah, I'll be a lot more careful. I'll take it at 10-second intervals. I'll literally count if I have to make sure that we don't have any issues. We still got people watching, which is ironically, I wouldn't stick by.
Well, you know,
it happens to F&T too. It happens. It happens on multiple streams where they're like, "Oh, we're down." It's like, all right, hold on. That's where I learned the whole standby. I know that sounds stupid, but it's like the first time I got taken down, I'm like, "What do I do? What do I do? I want to bring it back," and it's just like, just type in the chat standby. Like everybody knows you got fucking got. Boy, you guys are really taking it too far. Come on, let me go.
So we can just, if we come back on, just like, okay, so Arya gets her lesson. Episode ends. Hey.
Okay, I'm gonna share it, but I'm not gonna play anything. I'm just gonna skip.
Quit poking the bear.
Arya gets her lesson.
Of the dancing.
Yeah.
What if I drop it?
Yeah.
You are thin. This is good. The water dance. And you can see Arya is having fun.
Yes.
Very dead, very dead.
She is having fun.
And Ned at first is like, okay, he's smiling, but you know, again, he's got some, you know, he fought in a war, so he is hearing actual swords start to clang in his. I'm sure that kind of wears on him.
Yeah, he's hearing swords clanking in his head. So we're gonna end there because we are almost at an hour and 40 minutes. This is the longest stream we have done for an episode. I don't want to piss them off again because like I said, once you get flagged when it comes to, you know, showing a little too much, they cut your time in half. Like you get like a yellow check mark almost. And it's like, so if you show even just a little bit, so we are not going to play the outro, but what I will play is something that a video that Joker absolutely loves, and we will.
Samael.
Did he just chop in the chat? Hell, what's up? Your stream, your stream isn't showing up in feeds. Yeah, no, because we got. Well, that's also actually been an issue with YouTube today because no, not just that. I noticed that earlier when when Gary was streaming and another streamer.
Do you think that may have something to do with a certain media company firing someone and everyone's talking about it and how what they're talking about it?
No, because the one streamer I was watching, all he does is play video games, and I got notified when he went live, but he had an issue, and then like he had to stop the stream and start a new one, and then when I went back to try to find it gave me a notification, but it didn't show up in your subscriptions. But
interesting.
It showed him and Gary live, and then of course after they were done streaming, they popped up after they had ended, and I was like, so I think that's a YouTube problem. Yeah. See, I've been hearing this kind of thing all over YouTube today. But no, if you see any lag in the
it's a glitch in the Matrix.
It's a glitch in the Matrix. But if you see, like a blank screen where it says copyright, whatever, that was on me. I showed too much. We showed way too much Game of Thrones skin. So without any further delay, we will see you guys next week, and we will be doing Friday night's Royal Rumble, but we will probably have a skeleton crew. So
I think Sam wanted to join it.
Yeah, he wanted to join. Yeah, no, I don't want to name anybody.
Right.
Quite frankly, fuck them. I'm gonna play the outro. They can kiss my ass. They can kiss my fucking ass. And if they take down the stream again, I'll just end the broadcast. I don't care. Fuck them. See you guys.
Toodles.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.